Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a second one to kind of the series I'm hopefully going to do of Does It Really Work? And this time I'm going to be trying out a set of sponges that I also bought in TK Maxx. Oh, it's got a bit of right. Now, as you can see, I've already got a couple out because I've wet them ready, but I thought I would sort of tell you a little bit about the brand first and then show you what they look like wet and yeah, go from there. So the brand that they come from, no, excuse me, I've been a little sick. I've had quite a bad cold, so if my voice sounds kind of weird, that's why. So please excuse that, but I'm sure we'll muddle through. Now, the brand that I got is from Ollie and Olivia, and it says designed in Australia. 6-piece blender set, and it is 6 sponges, 3 small sponges and 3 large sponges. Now it says across the bottom, contour blend perfect, so we'll see what kind of that does with it. Don't really understand that yet, but we'll see. And now it says this set of 6 makeup sponges are designed to give you perfect complexions. Now I really like using a beauty sponge to put my makeup on. I think it makes it look really flawless, which is good. So let's see. Now it has a little kind of thing on the back telling you what to use and where to use it. And in TK Maxx, as I did the brushes that I did in my last video, they cost me $9.99. Now, I don't mind paying that, to be honest, because I know for a fact an actual beauty blender can cost quite a bit. Okay, so there's one by the brand B, which is in Superdrug. They are $4.99. The beauty blender you can get for £16, an actual beauty blender. So yeah, they're quite expensive anyway. I think they're quite expensive for what they are when you only get 1 sponge. Whereas this, I've got 6, so we'll see if they work. If they work great, then I'll be going up to my local TK Maxx and buying another pack just for later. So on the back it says pink teardrops, which look like this. Now this is the large one. Now I have already wet this, so it's bigger than what it looked like, what it was in the packet, because it did fit in there. And then you have the blue blenders, which just says blue blenders, and then the purple sculptors, which are a bit of a different shape. Now I've seen this shape before and this shape before, but I haven't seen this shape before, the purple ones. Now a couple of things it says is to clean, gently wash with warm water and a facial cleanser. Well, that's really cool because I find them really difficult to clean, but if these ones just clean with a normal face wash, then brilliant. It says the large sponge is best used, this is for the pink teardrop ones, which is the standard kind of beauty blender shape. The large sponge is best used on all over face applications, while the mini helps with hard to reach areas such around the eyes and nose. Now the mini one is this size when it is wet, because this one is also wet, and it goes quite big, to be honest. They're nice and they're not too firm, which is good because it means they hopefully should bounce quite well, which is really nice. The blue ones, which I haven't actually wet one yet, says for the makeup perfectionist, the large sponge is ideal for precise concealing and removing makeup errors. The mini sponge helps to target smaller areas on the face. And the purple sculptors say the large flat head is used best for pressing on foundation for heavier coverage, using the stippling effect to create an airbrush look. Use the mini sponge on smaller areas such as along the brow line. So let me just grab it out and I'll show you the packaging. So this is what they come like. Now this one, the pink standard one, originally fit in there. So that's what kind of size they are. So that there is what they're all started off their life at that size, and then they grew to that size. So it's quite good, because I've had some that are cheaper before that actually don't grow in size and they stay exactly the same no matter how much you wet them. So that's that one. And the purple one looks like this. It's got a really flat edge and it's also got a flat bottom. So that's quite good for kind of like, you know. Now I haven't wet that one like I said, but I'm not going to use that one. I'll try using the other ones first. And then the small ones, they actually go nearly as big as the other ones when they're wet, which is quite cool because that's quite a nice size. I haven't tried them, but I don't really like the idea of them being really, really tiny, because otherwise it's really hard to hold. How are you supposed to hold it and do your makeup all at the same time? So that's what size they start out as, and they grow to slightly bit bigger, but these are quite dense, and then this goes a lot softer when they're wet. So I'm just going to try doing my base on camera for you with these. I've already moisturised, which is why my skin's looking really shiny, and been using a Unani illuminating milk cleanser as well, which is really helping with kind of the look of my skin. It's making it look a lot younger, which I'm really loving. So now for primer, I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown vitamin rich in face base because it's really good. It's really cold outside, so it's really good for keeping your skin nice and moisturised. And what I might do is just try and dip my sponge in here. So it does come off, which is good. I'll just put that on my face. Now I use cold water, not warm water. I probably should use warm water. But it's quite refreshing. So the real test is obviously foundation. So I'll start off with the pink one. I'll do one half with that, and then I'll also do the other half with the purple one because I'd like to see how this works. And maybe I'll zoom you in and we'll try and do it as a bit of a close-up. Okay, so now you're kind of up close and personal. I'm just going to put a little bit of this, which is just on my L'Oreal Infallible Natural Rose. I know how this goes on with a sponge, so about the same amount. And let's start with this, the pink one. Now, like I said, it's quite bouncy and it's got quite a pointy end, but I'm not going to go in right in underneath my eyes because I'm going to use the smaller one for that. So let's just start off with this side of my face. So far so good. Oh, it blends out really nicely. I don't know if you can see that already. Sometimes with sponges I have a hard time blending it out, but I suppose that's what you get for buying really cheap sponges. Do my chin as well. So I've got some blemishes on my chin, so it'd be good to see how well they cover it out. Not too great, but the finish looks really good. I really like that. Wonder how much of it actually soaks up though. Just going to do my nose with this one. Because another issue I have is covering my nose. I'm going to come back to the rest of that and do another layer maybe in a minute and see how that goes on. I'm just going to try using the purple one, which is huge. Can't believe how big that's gone. And use this flat side and see what happens with that. It feels weird doing it like that. It doesn't bounce as well. I don't think it really makes a massive difference in the coverage. But it looks good. Definitely looks good. So that is a layer. And what I might do is just see if I can build it up a little bit. And then also I'll see how it works with concealer, the little one. Let's go with the purple side first. Well, it doesn't make it look cakey or anything, which is good because a sponge shouldn't. Because it should soak up any extras just in case. I don't know what happened there. Somehow I lost my camera, so anyway, I think I've still got the footage, so we'll carry on anyway. So yeah, it doesn't, first of all, this leaves kind of like ring marks on my face, but it really doesn't take very long to blend it out, so that's a bonus. So let me just use this one and see if this, now this side on the coverage, it hasn't left any marks, it looks really good. Do I have any questions? Looks really good. The finish looks really good even after a second coat. So let's try this side with the pink one. So far, the purple one's actually my favourite, but we'll see. This one you actually do have to work hard at to get it to blend out, but it still does do the job just as well. So the next question is, does the little one work for concealer? So let's try that. I'm just going to use my normal one, which is my Collection Lasting Perfection in One Fair. Now I am actually going out today, so hopefully I'll pick up another one because I'm running out of this one. Now maybe I'd hear the Hoover in the background, so I do apologise about that. I'm going to try and get this done before he gets close to the room. Hopefully it won't be too distracting for you. So let's just try and I'm going to blend that out with this one on my face. down the centre of my face, and then use my little one for underneath my eyes. Actually blends that concealer out really quickly, even on my nose, which usually takes forever, so I'm really happy about that. Great. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to use the little pink one and just use this under my eyes. See if we can get in up close without having to really squeeze the sponge, because that's what I have to do with like a normal sponge. You really have to squeeze it to get up and underneath here. But it's not too bad with this one. Blends out really nicely. I really like it. Definitely. I didn't know whether I'd get on with it because it's like another thing that you have to use, but it blends it really nicely, so I don't really have quite any questions about it. You know, if it didn't do a great job, then what's the point? But it does a good job. And it means you can get in like right under here, inside your eye, like on the inner corner of your eye and everything, because sometimes, or most of the time, I do prime with just concealer because it's just easy. So lazy. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. Now the only other thing I'm going to do with this is obviously try and set my concealer. I'm just going to use, to set my concealer, just a little bit of loose powder, and I'm going to use that same sponge and just dip it in, just on there, and then just press underneath. It holds the powder quite nicely, because sometimes I find that they don't hold the powder and you have to keep dipping in, but it holds it better than the couple previously I've used. So yeah, I'm really happy so far with my first impressions. I think it's really good. Sorry guys that I look a bit mad. Whilst that's baking, I'm going to go and do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts on what I think. So yeah. Be right back. Okay everyone, back. I've finished my makeup off. I've just done a quick sort of look. I'm popping out to get my nails done today, so I just did a quick makeup look. So what my final thoughts are on these sponges. I really like them. I don't really have any sort of qualms in them. None of them, or all the ones I've used, I've really liked. I really like this one with the flat edge. I think that's really great for sort of easy. It's just so easy and quick to put your makeup on. This one's just a normal one. I do like it. It doesn't need streaks and it blends out really nicely. It's a little bit harder to blend than this one, but I don't really mind too much because this one was super easy, so this one's still easy. The little one I really enjoyed for going underneath the eyes. It's actually softer than the bigger one when they're wet, so this one's nice and soft that you can really squeeze and get in underneath the eyes quite easily. And I presume that both these ones, or these the little ones as well, that they'll be good as well. This one has got like a really flat top, so maybe that's good for getting underneath there. I don't know yet, I haven't tried, but I will be using them in future videos, so it's like these are the ones as well. Obviously there's just only so much face that I can do. So my final thoughts are, guys, if you can get down to a TK Maxx, because I only bought these quite recently, so I'm sure they still have them. If you can get down, go and buy them, because they're absolutely 100% worth the £10 that I spent. You know, it works out really cheap per sponge, and you can't buy sponges that cheap individually, which actually do sort of expand, because I have bought some before, these ones, which it doesn't matter if it's wet or dry, it doesn't get any bigger, and these are actually from Primark, so if you are on a real budget, then go and get these. They still work just fine, but they just don't really expand, so they're still quite firm, whereas this obviously is quite soft. So if you can afford to go down to TK Maxx or see if you can get them online, I'm not sure. If you can, I'll link everything down below on anything that I find online for you. So if you can get them, then definitely pick them up, because they are 100% worth it. If you're liking this series of this sort of does it really work video, then leave me a thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. If you've seen anything on the internet or in shops that you would like me to try out and see does it really work. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up also if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to the button below, and also I'll put it on the screen. And next to the subscribe button there's a little bell, and that'll make sure that you'll get notified every time I do. Thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.